Alright, hey Fish fam, this is Nikachu Merfolk Master, and I'm back still with Azorius, Merfolk, and Modern. We won the die roll, and this hand's really good. For winning the die roll, this is great. We got Curse Catcher into Mariner into a bunch of Lords, or we might even just go Curse Catcher, Lord, 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 and win. Would definitely be the case if we're up against something like Tron. Okay, as we get into the game, we're going to thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com, your one-stop shop for all your paper Magic needs, pre-order Modern Horizons 2, and everything. You can support the channel using my coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Get yourself some value, 5% off all your purchases. And we're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Allows me to use as much imagination as possible, borrow as many cards as possible to make Merfolk as competitive as possible. Support the channel by using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 15% off your first 2 months using my coupon code Nikachu. So we're up against Hardened scales, which means I want to play Unsettled Mariner here. Do I want to play Mariner? Maybe the only thing I'm afraid of when I play Mariner is just Walking Ballista. Outside of that, I really want to lord them out. I want to lord them out. If they go land Ballista on one, they can kill a Lord. If I play Unsettled Mariner, they can't do anything. What else do they have? What else could happen? If they don't have Ballista, Lords are better, so... Okay, we're gonna go with the Lords. Lord it is. And it gives us the quickest clock. Now the best thing we can draw is a land. The Ravager. Ravaging. Not a land, but whatever. Keep playing things. Maybe this was a Mariner turn, because our opponent does have the option go, like, take the damage, play Ballista. Let's see what happens. They play the Ballista. They can sack a thing to Arcbound Ravager, and then sack a bunch of stuff to the Ballista. Be a big Ballista. Be a problem. You don't like this attack? Oh, hold on. No, it's okay. They gotta sacrifice this. It only has 2 counters. Or if they sack this to make it a 3/3 and block here, I'm fine with that trade. How do they make it a 4/4? Because they can't sacrifice. It's not like when something gets sacrificed, you have to sacrifice. You only get one of these things. Oh, you're right, actually. Yeah, I'm just stupid. You're right, the Hardened scales. Well, fortune favors the brave, it seems. Fortune favors the brave. Today we are the brave. Hardened scales makes it work. Hey, we got really lucky there. Fuck, are we gonna die next turn? Sacrifice a create artifact, search your library for a construct card. Is Walking Ballista a construct card? I'm pretty sure it is. Which is why this deck is such a nightmare all the time. Okay, so maybe this is just the turn we play Unsettled Mariner, pass, then we play Spreading Seas. Because they don't have enough mana to do really anything here. Like, even if you sack, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, and then next turn we can attack for victory with the Spreading Seas. If we go Seas attack, I'm afraid they get Ballista and just blow up our board. Whereas if I play Unsettled Mariner here, they don't have enough mana to pay for all the Walking Ballista triggers. And next turn we still have Seas and victory. Because it's 13 damage. It's going to work out, people. It's going to work out. Ballista is a construct, yeah. Good card. All right, let's see how well this deck works against Walking... I mean, Hardened Scales is just a bad matchup for Merfolk. It's terrible. Like, it's hard to just interact with their creatures, and they get too much value, and not to mention it's a Walking Ballista deck. And look, they can tutor for it. It's a good thing they didn't sack that welding jar very early. We would look like such fools. There's definitely people who are like just sweating bullets on YouTube. I wonder what they were afraid of. They probably just didn't. They probably thought the same thing as I did. We need support for all the weak tribes. We were talking a little bit earlier, I think, outside of this game about what is this gonna be? Another scratch? Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. That's GG. That is GG's. This ain't an artifact. They don't even have, if they have Dismember, they don't even have the mana to pay for Unsettled Mariner, so it's over. I still don't understand why more people don't play Scales. There aren't that many Karn decks. There aren't. It's a difficult. I should have put it as one of the hardest decks to play. You know, it's a pretty difficult. It's a very difficult deck to play. It just has too many moving pieces. Way too many moving pieces. Like it's not like a deck that you play a creature, you turn it sideways, deal damage. I mean, you got to know how to like move the counters around to even like make a game out of this. It was a deck I missed. Not in love with Force Negation in this matchup. Definitely in love with some Spreading Seas. I guess we're gonna play some Paths. I sort of want to play Deprive, but it's not good given I have such a... I'm high on 3 mana cards. Take out some Curse Catches for Path. Maybe I can still take out some Curse Catches for Deprive for the late game. Because, like, the Curse Catcher is just very poor in this matchup. Well, they're a Cavern deck, but there's a lot of things you can still counter. Like, even countering Dismember is not that bad given the right spot. Like, but countering, like, you know, the Ozlith at the right moment. These are all still good things. Hand seems fine. Like, the greatest thing about Skyclave Apparition is when you, like, kill a Walking Ballista, they get nothing. I'm hoping this card really pulls its weight in this matchup. Probably it will. Regarding difficult modern decks to play, I was surprised that JAC didn't make the cut. What is JAC? JAC. I don't know what JAC is. Jeskai Azorius Control? Although you're saying Jeskai twice. Oops. Keep. I thought it was my turn. They mulligan a 5. That's some good news. Mulligan a 4. Some good news. Jeskai Ascendancy combo. I wouldn't say that deck is very complicated. Yeah, it's got a lot of or I wouldn't say the deck is difficult. It has a lot of moving pieces, but like once you start getting it going, you just remember your triggers and then you win. Like the fact that you keep turning things sideways, I don't think it constitutes a deck hard to play. I'm talking strategically hard to play. The deck just filters and adds a lot of mana. That's about it. Interesting. Interesting. They have nothing on the board. Except an Inkmoth Nexus. I guess I'll play a Silvergill Adapt with the hope that I can draw a land for Skyclave Apparition and just start, you know, sniping things down. Uh-oh. They've got a pretty good setup right now. Yeah, they have nothing. Ink Moth kills me. I got the Ink Moth under control. Alright. One poison at a time. Shit! This is not what I wanted to happen. Alright, where's my lands? Well, we got Ink Moth covered. I'm coming for you, Ink Moth. I think I'm going to be tapping out every turn, so I'll dump the Deprive. Okay, they got 3 cards in hand. What'd it be? Oh, it's got to be like they've got Dismembers. Okay, finally. Yeah, I'm gonna still hit this. Just so I have nothing to worry about. And then maybe I'll just start playing Skyclave Apparitions on their like Hardened Scales and the Ozolith. Sure. So I'll get some counters on the Ozolith, I guess. It's gonna suck if they have Walking Bliss and they'll just blow up the board, but then I can Skyclave the next one. Alternatively, I can just like play a Master of the Pearl Trident and then maybe Path to Exile the Walking Ballista if it gets out of line. And then we have Skyclave and Path to Exile next turn. Like, my hand is sort of packing a lot of heat here. So if they play Walking Ballista for 1, they will be on 2, and then if they sack the Ravager to the Ballista, I can in response Path it, and then if they want to kill the Master of the Pearl Trident, that's not a big deal. Can I Path in response to Scales? I cannot. Scales is just an automatic thing. It just happens. But I can Path in response to the Ozolith, because counters go to the Ozolith, then at the beginning of your combat, you move the counters to a creature, and then in response to that, I can Path a creature. Zach Industries, join the wave. Thank you very much, Zach. I like that. Zach Industries. Wonder what they make in those industries. 2 months. 2-month streak. Thank you very much. Oh, we won. We're running hot. We're just running good this league. Everything's going our way. Let's not forget our opponent mulliganed to like 4, so they were running on fumes, and our hand was just packing so much heat. I mean, we just obliterated them. But you know what? Skyclave Apparition, Path to Exile, definitely good cards in this matchup. I'm sure the matchup is not nearly as bad as it usually is. So for everyone watching live, we're going to keep streaming. Everyone on the replay, that's it for today. We're going to thank everyone for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, Fusion Gaming Online and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu Merfolk Master playing Azorius Merfolk in Modern.